What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim. Just hopped into a tournament. Been a little while since I've done one of these. Going to be playing this tournament here on PTCGO with Malamar. Had to join quickly because there were 7 people already signed up, so I wanted to hop in and get in there with no wait time. So we are just jumping right into this. Didn't really even get to look at the list too much. I am pretty sure this is Danny Altavila's original winning list, though. I'm pretty sure we got the Chimeco in here. And then other than that, should be pretty straightforward Malamar business. So stoked on this tournament. Maybe we can win some packs, get those cracking. Hopefully you guys liked the gameplay video I posted yesterday. Had a new tabletop gameplay up featuring Lost March and Blacephalon GX. Kickpop GX is awesome. I love that card. That thing is just so good and really showed off how strong that archetype is going to be in the upcoming standard format. Really stoked on that. So let's see what we got going on here. Got friend ball, can't use that. Got an acro bike. We're going to go ahead and just start with acro bike. And the reason you start with the acro bike is because you have more Pokemon in your deck. So if your idea is like, I want Inkays, right? So then we have a higher chance of hitting an Inkay off of the acro bike and then also being able to get a second Inkay with the mysterious treasure here. But obviously we didn't get the Inkay off the acro bike, but we do have one off mysterious treasure and that works. Then we just go ahead and Cynthia. So we will Cynthia here, see what we get drawing into. We've got a nest ball, so this is actually a very good start for us. We've got the Let Loose Marshadow as well. We've got a skateboard. We are going to be able to get up and running very smoothly here. See if that Chimeco is in the deck. We do have that Chimeco as an option, so we can just stop my opponent from playing cards that have abilities, which could very much slow them down while we get our board set up and ready to take one-hit knockouts, which could be pretty good. It'll stop them from algorithm and all that sort of stuff. So let's give it a try. Sure, we'll go for the Chimeco strategy, though I don't think we necessarily need to. Sure, I dig it. So we will also end up benching ourselves the Marshadow 2 eventually, and using that skateboard. We got to make sure that we don't overload our bench here. Just with too much going on, we need to make sure that we kind of save some room. Now that I'm thinking about it, I maybe should have. And I had the nest ball, so I couldn't actually nest ball for Chimeco and then ultra ball it away. But in hindsight here, maybe we wanted to save the Chimeco to try and ultra ball away so that we could conserve bench space and just end up using that Bell of Silence attack with our Marshadow GX. Anyways, my opponent is using Steven's Resolve, so they're going to go ahead and get set up, which is fine with us because we'll just use Let Loose Marshadow, and we are going to kind of foil those plans real quick. Got ourselves a Malamar, so we're guaranteed an attack here. And then I guess the major issue is that Bell of Silence is just not doing any damage to the Beldum, right? So that's kind of frustrating. So we might not actually be super into that. I feel like we might just rather want to just attack with something else. So I will bench the Marshadow probably, and then also throw the skateboard down there. We're gonna let loose that Steven's Resolve that my opponent had here. I keep getting myself into these situations. I do not like this bench situation that I put myself into. I should not have gotten this Chimeco, but we are still learning. There's just so much to learn with the Malamar deck, honestly, and there's definitely a little learning curve to figuring all this out. So let's go, and I guess we can go Escape Rope and we can Bell of Silence here. That's pretty much all we got. So I don't feel too bad about that. Let's just Psychic Recharge one time. And we're just going to stall out my opponent for a while with this Chimeco. I don't think that there's, that thing's weak to Psychic, sure. We'll just Escape Rope into that, and we're going to Bell of Silence for 20. Very cool. This is unfortunate, though, because even though, yes, my opponent can't play ability Pokemon, yes, they can't get like Metagross into play or Solgaleo, they do have max potions. I'm really not doing all too much. I am going to be sitting here kind of just biding my time while I get set up, and then the hope is that eventually I will be able to trade favorably with my opponent. So I'm going to go in early. We can see, yes, my opponent has got this Solgaleo into play. So maybe I'll just you know what? They wasted an energy retreating this thing in the active position. I don't mind just kind of going in again, and we'll just Bellow Silence again onto this Cosmog. And then if they can't retreat it, that's at least one prize. I get to kind of get ahead. So I will take this prize if I can, and if my opponent retreats it again, that's all good. They just decide to attach to the bench Beldum, though, and I think that's... Oh, they're going to max potion. That's fine. They're just going to end up passing, and we're cool here. We're just going to keep kind of moving along. I would like to take this opportunity probably to get myself... just get myself a Pokemon in the discard pile for Marshadow. We probably want just that Necrozma GX in the discard pile so that we can load this thing up and do a lot of damage. Let's just Ultra Ball away Rescue Stretcher and the Necrozma, and we're just going to fail that. So we have that in the discard pile now. Might as well take that opportunity while we have it, just with the Mysterious Treasure and the Ultra Ball in the same hand. So there we've got ourselves a Malamar and an Ultra Ball. Probably, I mean, honestly, we just don't really need a lot of this stuff. We'll just grab the Ultra Ball because we have a Lily in our hand. Then we'll attach that energy there. We've got no other psychic energies in the discard pile. We're just going to Bellow Silence here. We got 2 more Guzmas in our hand. We'll take a knockout eventually with Bellow Silence and kind of just very much pump the brakes on what my opponent's trying to do. They may very well draw into an energy here, in which case they'll be able to retreat that Cosmog into something else. But if they do, I have Guzma again. If they waste all their max potions on just Cosmog, I really don't mind that at all. That would just be a gross kind of waste of resources on their part. So I definitely do not mind that. We would love to take out that Solgaleo Prism Star. That's kind of something that I got on my radar. Also, just would like to take out a Beldum or something. I think if I can cheese a prize with Bellow Silence, though, we're gonna be super into that. My opponent, and I'm a little bit wary of this strategy though, because my opponent will be able to evolve just up into Metangs completely. Not gonna lie, I have never played this matchup, so we are definitely out here learning and figuring that out. But let's just Ultra Ball away the Lily and the Escape Board. That's fine. We're just going to end up Lilying for 4 new cards, and keep those 2 Guzmas in hand just in case we need them. It's excellent. We got ourselves another Psychic Energy. Going to slap that on the Marshadow just so he's ready to go. Can also Ultra Ball away the Deoxys here, which I will probably end up doing just to give myself another attacking option in the discard for the Marshadow here, so that I can Guzma up Metang and knock it out on the turn that I'm ready to kind of go in and stop using Bell of Silence. I think that at that point, if I'm able to be 2 prizes ahead like that, I probably am pretty well favored. Though, I do have to kind of be wary that my bench situation is a little bit crowded. It's just crowded down here. I really want a 3rd Malamar. That's going to allow me to stream those big one-hit knockouts on the Metagross that I need to hit. 4 energy is kind of the number we're looking for to hit 250 damage with that Marshadow. And with only 2 Malamars in play, I am not going to be able to stream 4 energy on Marshadows easily at all. But that being said, my opponent is not doing anything with this Chimecho out here. I mean, we are definitely able to just kind of take control of the pace of the game, which is very good. I think ideally I want to maybe take out a Beldum or the Metang with my Deoxys. I mean, I have the energy on my Marshadow, but my fear is that if they just get 2 Metagross, even if they just get 1 Metagross, they will be able to knock out my Chimecho here. So I think with that Cosmog back down, I think I just Guzma the Cosmog, honestly, and just continue to try and Bell of Silence this Cosmog. And for weakness, I am like 3-hit KOing it, so that's like not bad at all. And I'll start to go in with this Deoxys here. I'm going to save the Ultra Ball in my hand just so that I can eventually, decide to Psychic Recharge that onto whoever I want. That's fine. And then, hopefully we'll take a knockout with this Deoxys here once things are as I like them. But if my opponent, wastes all these energies, gets all, energies in play in a discard pile, it's going to be, more. I think at this point, yeah, they're just they don't care about the Cosmog. They're gonna give me another prize. That's exactly what I want them to do. I want them to just let me knock out this Cosmog again, but they may just max potion it, give themselves more time. If they do decide to max potion this thing, then it's another max potion that they wasted on a Cosmog. I don't really think that advances their board position at all. I think what they want to do is get this Solgaleo Prism Star into the active position and just kind of load up the Solgaleo Prism Star. They just want to like Corona Impact or something. The Corona Impact could be pretty devastating. Can knock out Marshadow GX. Can definitely knock out Chimecho. It could pick off a Malamar with it. Could just definitely be annoying. So yeah, here they come in probably with that. Core Beam actually doesn't knock it out, so I don't really know what they're trying to do. They're just trying to stall for a turn. They're just trying to get one turn so that they can go get themselves. Too bad I got my third Guzma, so we're going to do that. They just want one turn so that they can get their abilities in play, but I ain't going to give it to them. So let's just attach to the Deoxys there. Then we'll be able to go in and kind of just start attacking with the Deoxys. And at that point, we should be ahead enough that I don't think we lose. 2 prizes with the Chimecho is absolutely insane. Finally, the Chimecho is going to go down, but that doesn't even stop it. I mean, I could go it. I could use Bell of Silence with the Marshadow, but I'm not going to be that petty. That is just not what we're going to do. We are going to knock out this Metang with our Deoxys, and then I feel like we're in a great position here, especially with that Inkay top deck. That's great. This is exactly what we want. So I got 1 Psychic Energy in the discard pile. Let's just go ahead, Psychic Recharge that onto Marshadow. And now we're just ready to roll. We're going to Power Blast, take ourselves down to 3 prizes remaining. And at this point, I think I've pretty much locked my opponent out of the game. I'm going to have a third Malamar in play. I've got a bunch of free retreaters with escape boards on them. Got the Malamar in hand. I don't think that there's anything they can do to disrupt this flow. I've also got Ultra Ball, can get myself a backup Marshadow, though I don't think that there's any planet where this Marshadow GX goes down. They would have to have Rare Candy Metagross, and Guzma, and at this point, and also an Energy in their hand in order to pull that off, which would be pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie, like that would definitely be pretty devastating for me. But I actually do have a response to that. Even if they were to get the Guzma knockout this turn on my Marshadow GX, I could go Ultra Ball for another Marshadow GX, slap down another Malamar, attach that energy from hand, and just go 4 energy and blow the Metagross GX up. So we are cruising, good to go. That Chimecho is just so insane. With the 5 switch outs in the deck, we got 1 escape rope, 4 escape boards. Escaping is the name of the game. We have got just tons and tons of switch outs in this deck, making the turn, and tons of search options too. So making that turn 1 Chimecho just so easy to get. It's definitely a potent strategy. You guys have seen it here time and time again. That card is annoying. Now, I'm not exactly sure how well the Chimecho strategy survives next format once Lost Thunder comes out. I mean, there's a lot of very good Pokemon cards that do not have abilities. Blacephalon doesn't have abilities. Also the Lost Marchers don't have abilities either. So we'll see if that's like a big thing. It probably just stays in the deck as a one of, because why not have the option just to turn off your opponent's ability to bench Pokemon with abilities? It's almost too good not to play. But, we'll kind of see where the meta goes from here and what people end up playing in their Malamar decks to keep up with the new and upcoming threats from Lost Thunder. We can see here my opponent is starting to stabilize. They've got themselves Metagross. They've been waiting to play these Pokemon with abilities. They were not able to play any of them down during the entire game up until this last turn. But we just got knockout on this Metagross GX. Yeah, 4 times 6, 24 plus 10. That is 25. Perfect for a knockout here. We could just get this other Malamar down. We're going to go get ourselves another, let's see, another Marshadow, and at this point I think we just don't lose, right? We should just be good. Let's get that other Marshadow here, start to load this thing up, and then, you know, this next turn we could just retreat, whatever, what have you, Psychic Recharge a bunch onto that benched Marshadow, and we're just locked and loaded, ready to go. Psychic Recharge times 3. We are doing great. So let's see what we end up playing against next round. Feeling pretty good about this first game here. I was worried at first about that. Let's see, Prismatic Burst. Was worried at first about the bench situation, but it ended up working out just fine. We had the Marshadow on the bench kind of building up for this moment. We were waiting all game for this moment. I knew that I was going to go in with the Deoxys, so I started loading up the Deoxys. I knew I wanted to knock out a Metang with Deoxys as kind of my last turn of the ability lock there. So let's see. We're going to wait and see what we get next round, and hopefully we can win so we can get some packs. Oh, wow. We're starting right away. So I was planning on doing a cut there, but we got 10 seconds until start, so pretty sweet. See who we end up playing against in top 4 of the PTCGO Tournament. Aura Sky Guys got a Dark, Lightning, and Psychic deck. I've said in the last couple videos, I'm excited to get the new Solgaleo GX on PTCGO. Still have not been able to find one yet, so working on that. You know what? I'm going first, but I bet you that Chimecho ends up being good. So we're going to start with the Chimecho. And even though I do not have a supporter in my hand, I do have Chimecho to start. So we may be able to get some things going here. We've got ourselves 2 Inkay. I'm not going to bench the Oricorio yet. I think I like that energy here and also the Escape Ward here. Then let's just Lily. I think I don't want to bench these guys at all, especially since we're playing against a Tapu Koko deck. I just don't really know what I'm getting into. This could easily be a Shrine spread deck. So let's just, let's just be a little patient and try to figure that out. I think if it is a Shrine spread deck, I don't mind this Oricorio. It will help me get a turn 2 attack. Let's just start off by Mysterious Treasuring away. Like, I know that Necrozma is going to go to the bin, so we can do that. I feel like the Deoxys will be kind of a safe bet for us to go in with early on. We are facing down a Tapu Koko. We know we want to Power Blast this thing, so that'll be good. And yes, I think, unfortunately, I do have this energy kind of stranded on the Chimecho now, but that's fine. We'll be cool. Let's just wait until next turn, see what we end up playing against. Probably will start off with the Bell of Silence just in case my opponent's playing like a Zoroark deck. But no, we are definitely playing against a Shrine spread deck. Okay, so the Bell of Silence is going to be very bad. So I'm actually thankful that my opponent did play that Field Blower there because I'm going to be able to retreat this energy off of my dude now. So that is all very good. And I also need to be just conservative with my bench overall, which makes me not want to bench this Oricorio, though I do want some energy, like, pretty badly. Let's just, 1 energy. How good is that really? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and, let's play it. That's fine. All right. We'll go get ourselves the 1 energy. That's all I got to attach for turn. And then hopefully we can Cynthia into some other energy, Ultra Balls, Mysterious Treasures, all of that. So we got 2 Malamar, but none of the things that we wanted. So that's a little bit tough. I could Ultra Ball away Tapu Lele. No, I am not going to let loose this. That is for sure. Let's just, oh, goodness. Okay, let's just, Bell of Silence seems bad. They're just going to sit there kind of just going at my board position here. Well, didn't mean to bench that Deoxys, but it's on the bench now, so that's just what we got. Let's just retreat Psychic Recharge to this other dude here and then see what we end up getting. I'm just stuck. My hand's kind of stuck. This is really bad. I need to top deck an energy. I need to top deck a supporter. Need something going on here. They've got Cynthia now. Oh, we wish that we had not benched all of these things. My opponent is going to be able to just take advantage of the fact that I have stalled this deck out. How did we do this? Okay, we've got ourselves a Lily. All right, we're all good. We're cruising. Let's go. Ultra Ball these things away. Nothing. Let's Lily for 6 and see what we get. We at least need an energy. Oh, goodness. Okay, we did not get an energy. Let's Acro Bike and still no energy. Oh, boy. We are dry. We are very, very dry out here now. We got no energy, just 2 energy in play so far. Even with the Oricorio that we used to grab one, we just have had a hard time. I think I saw maybe that there were only 6 energy in play. That might have mean that I've prized 3, which is definitely a tough thing for me to do. You can see my opponent going for that Psychic Energy on the Tapu Lele. They're just about ready to reorganize, and I have got just infinite damage on board at this point. They could take a ton of prizes, and it just does not matter at all. So that is really brutal for me to deal with as well. Let's Mysterious Treasure away that Marshadow. I don't need that. We're just going to thin our deck as much as possible. Doubt my opponent ever knocks out that Chime Echo, though they might. Let's just play things. All right, just to play them. I just need energy at this point. This is ridiculous. And we've got energy, but we've got no way to discard it. So we are, again, not attacking just because we've got the Escape Board in the active. I kind of wish that I hadn't at this point, so I could retreat, and take the energy off, and then Psychic Recharge, all that. Okay, this is bad. So we just got Psychic for, what, 60? Yep, yikes. Come on. Let's see. We ain't losing this tournament this early on. Not like this. This is just so much a feel bad. I think, if they are able to just take advantage, they're going to bring up the Malamar, and they're just going to just knock out. Oh, they're trying to stall again. Why did I put the Psychic Energy on the Tapu Lele? That almost just doesn't make any sense, I don't think. But, hey, I'm fine with that. I'm going to knock out their Lele here. That's probably fine. They do take 1 prize, and at this point, both my Malamars are in just a critical situation as well. We could... This is really, really rough. Let's go get ourselves an Inkay. All right. And then I feel like my opponent takes 2 prizes. That's that's fine. We're gonna knock out this guy. I think we're gonna knock this guy out. I think that just makes the most sense. So they've got 1, 2. So I'm doing 2, 4, 6 times 2. That should just be a knockout. The thing's weak to Psychic, right? Yep. Okay. Let's do that, and let's. We actually cannot even Psychic Recharge yet. So my opponent is gonna just double knockout. They're gonna take 3 prizes, not 3 prizes. They're gonna take a lot of prizes next turn though. Let's just Psychic, take a prize finally. Oh boy, this is bad. We just needed to get off to a quicker start here. We could not afford to be so far behind this early on into the game for sure. Oh, my opponent plays Weavile too. Okay, I just don't think that we were gonna win this matchup almost no matter what we did. Oh, and they get 2 energy out of the discard pile. They're gonna go and they're gonna Flying Flip. They're gonna knock out both of my Malamars. That's just great. That's just really good. Okay. Fortunately, we can use Psychic and knock them out, so that is excellent. But 1 more Flying Flip, and I'm just in a world of pain. So that is not what we want. Let's, I feel like I don't actually kind of want the, I don't really want my Malamar in play yet. I feel like, well, I could get the Malamar play, but I don't really want a Mysterious Treasure either of these cards away. They're both very good. So let's just Psychic, and we're going to be able to knock out the Tapu Koko. That's good. And then they can promote the other Tapu Koko, but they don't actually have enough energy on it. I think that's a counter energy. Yep. So they don't have enough energy on it right now. Oh, this deck plays Trashalanche, Weavile. Okay, and we're getting judged. So there's a possibility they just whiff here and don't get the energy they need. And if they do, they've placed a lot of energy. They do double counter energy for that Flying Flip. They take 2 knockouts. They have 1 prize remaining. That is brutal for me to deal with. I don't know that we can get there like this, but we're going to try. Let's we need to power blast this thing and then hope that they just cannot attack. So that is kind of what that's the mood right now. We need to do that. We need to acro bike. Let's see, we get off the acro bike. We got a skateboard and we got ultra ball. We'll take the ultra ball here. And then we've got rescue stretcher. We probably want to bring a Deoxys back up. And then we want to, let's Lily first. Sure, that's fine. So we've got Mysterious Treasure and Energy. That's good. We can knock that guy out. Then we can Mysterious Treasure for a Malamar. Yeah, that's fine. And we're going to get the Malamar. We can Rescue Stretcher for another. I think we need to Rescue Stretcher and put like, at this point, do we put 2 Inkay and a Malamar back into the deck? Or 2 Inkay, an Inkay, a Deoxys, 2 Inkay and a Deoxys back into the deck? I feel like that's probably the best. Yeah, we need to just shuffle 3 Pokemon back into the deck. Yep, that's fine. Let's put in that, and that. That's okay. That's fine. Yikes. All right, that's good. Cool. All right, so we're gonna get those guys back into the deck, and then we're gonna let loose and see how we do from here. And we gotta hope that my opponent just doesn't have an energy. Possible for sure, definitely possible. They just would have to draw a little bit dead. That's okay. I've seen crazier things. Let's do that. Let's acro bike. See if we get off the acro bike. Cynthia's fine. We can Cynthia next turn. And then I think at this point I don't need another Inkay down. We're just going to Power Blast and knock this thing out. And my opponent, they're giving me the hearts. I mean, they got it like that. That's all good. Yeah, well played. Good game. You know, I think that I just tossed that one. I think I got the hand a little jammed up early on, and I didn't realize, they got Energy and Garbodor. I didn't realize that it was just going to get that hectic that quick, I think. The Chimecho start ended up kind of just shooting me in the foot. That was just really, really tough. So, oh well. Anyways, ended up in top 4. That's all good. Yeah, leave event. Did I review it? Did I get any rewards? Okay. So let's see. 3rd and 4th. Standard boosters. All right, let me get some booster packs. That's cool. All right, so we're gonna leave event. Very cool. I actually don't know if I won anything. I don't think that I did. I feel like it would have showed me that I had won things. So, anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Unfortunately, we were not able to take the dub there, but it's all good. We definitely got to see a pretty sweet Coco spread deck there. That was excellent. They had Garbodor, and they also had the Weavile in there. So that was going to be a tough matchup either way that we cut it up. They kind of just came out guns a-blazing, and I needed to just respond quicker. I couldn't, miss energies on my Deoxyses and things like that. And we just kind of stalled out. And by the time that we had stalled out, they had just spread so many times that the game was just going to be more or less over. I think that deck should just have a good matchup against us anyway, because they just had Trashlanch, they had Weavile, and they had Coco. All of those cards are very good against a Malamar deck. So anyways, hope you all have a great day. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell, check out the Etsy store and the Patreon stuff in the description below, and shout out to Full Grip Games for being sweet and putting me up in the sweet studio. Peace.